Hello guys, hi, this is me, Natasha from snowdroponline.com, reviewing the latest episode of Mary where Tina and Teddy get married. A few things have happened so far this season. Teddy's dad is back in his life. Erica's album went to #1 and she's touring, she's doing really well. So Teddy and Tina have set a date, August 12th. That's when they're going to get married, renew their vows. However, Erica's been offered an opportunity to go to New York and open up for Joe on the same day. So Joe, I wanna know, that Joe that was big in the 90s and early 2000s. So Erica, thinks that's a really great opportunity to open up to a different market. She's not performing in a church. So she tells Warren and they're going back and forth about what she should do. Warren seems to be of the view that perhaps she could be in California and New York on the same day, but that's impossible. I mean, we knew that there's no way that Erica was going to miss the wedding, but I guess it made for good TV to have that going back and forth. And Tina wasn't having it. She was like, well, you're going to lose a sister over this career. You need to be at my wedding. And Erica was at the wedding. The next big thing was Mitch is back. Mitch, their former manager. Yes, that same Mitch, the one that they sued, the one they had to settle with, the one they fired. Yes, that same Mitch. Tina's obviously in a really good place, and she's invited him. Erica's not happy about this. Goo's not happy about this. But Tina and Teddy are like, well, we want Mitch to be in the wedding. We're paying for the wedding, so Mitch is going to be in the wedding. So we meet Mitch's wife, Troy. Lovely lady. I think this is the first time we've seen her in any of the seasons. And before they go to the wedding, Mitch discusses with Troy how he's heard that Tina's working on an album, and although he doesn't want to work with Mary again, he would be interested in working with Tina on her project. And I think the thing is, Tina is the stronger performer. I think singing, performing comes naturally to her, whereas Erica is really good, but she's one of those singers that have to perfect her craft to be really good. So she'll have to rehearse. How I would put it is, Erica's sort of Beyonce in the sense that she really works hard, rehearses, and then is perfect. I'll say Tina's, to me, comes across as a Fantasia type person that literally can just rock up on a stage, and she's just got that oil on her, like that anointing. So Tina is, I would say, I think the stronger of the two, but they complement each other well. So I think Mitch recognizes that, and he recognized the fact that Tina's obviously in a good place, and she's invited him, and he thinks that that would be his way in, as it were. At the wedding, so we get to the wedding part. It was really beautiful. Tina looked lovely. They had their daughter singing. It was all really beautiful. And then the kissing part, Tina and Teddy, team too much. That was just too much. But whatever. Moving on. So we get to the reception part, and Erica and Warren meet up with Mitch and his wife. Then Mitch uses that opportunity to have a word separately with Erica, and he sort of does this nice nasty sort of thing, like, hey, how you doing, how's it going, just asking how they're getting on. I'm sure he knows that she doesn't have a manager, they don't have a manager, and he's just wants to find out how they're keeping up with things. Erica says, well, we're doing really well. We've got a really good team on my block who are on top of everything. And I think Mitch kind of thought that was a little jab, like, okay, they're efficient, you weren't efficient. But he should have expected that anyway from Erica, because Erica still isn't entirely happy about the way everything happened, and I believe she mentioned that Mitch must have contacted TMZ with details of their dispute, and I think they had to pay him a large chunk of money. I will say I'm Team Mitch. I think he helped them a lot. They were he had a really hard job because every other year one of them was pregnant and they couldn't do anything. So I'm Team Mitch. I think he's done really well for them, and I believe he's a producer on the show anyway. So I do think he was instrumental in them getting them this reality show in the first place. But with this interaction with Erica, he did try to push her buttons a lot. So he said, I've heard that Tina's working on an album, and he says, so how are you going to feel when if her album does well and goes to number one and she has a bigger record than you do? And Erica's like, well, obviously I will support her. She's my sister, and I'll support her. And I think he kept saying, well, Tina's a number one album waiting to happen, just trying to push her buttons a little bit. Yeah, Erica clearly wasn't happy with that. But again, Tina is a number one album waiting to happen. I think she kind of gives me Tasha Cobbs, like real churchy, very different to Mary Mary, and I'm really looking forward to her album. I like what I've heard so far. The song that she sang at the wedding, that was really beautiful. I think the song that Teddy sang as well, that was really, really, really awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, and another thing that Mitch said, he mentioned Goo, and he was like, oh, he really hopes that Goo didn't style Tina. I thought that was really, really funny. I do think Goo's a great stylist, but yeah, again, I don't like the way that they've treated Mitch. So yeah, and it ends when Erica tells Goo what happened. She also told Warren, and Warren, I think Warren's a bully. That's what I think. Great guy, great producer, but with this Mitch situation, I think he feels Mitch is an easy target to kind of try and be overbearing over. So I'm not. I don't care too much for Warren Campbell on Mary Mary. I like him on R&B Divas and the like when he's doing the music stuff, because he's clearly a music genius. But I don't care too much for him on this particular show. And yeah, so Tina and Teddy, great wedding. Next week we'll see. I'm assuming Goo having her interaction with Mitch. I hope it doesn't get out of hand and Tina's able to have a good wedding. But yeah, so that's Mary Mary, the latest episode. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to definitely check it out. But otherwise, let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy it? Is there anything that you liked? What do you think about Mitch? What he said to Erica? Do you think Mitch should manage Tina? Do you think they should have nothing to do with Mitch whatsoever? But yeah, thank you guys. Bye.